Да.
Что у вас там горит?
Взрыв на главном корпусе, между третьим и четвертым.
А там люди есть?
Да.
Поднимай наш состав.
Поднимаю. Начальника поднял.
Так всех весь офицерский состав, офицерский корпус.
At approximately 1:23 am on the 26th of April 1986, the biggest nuclear power plant disaster occurred when reactor number 4 exploded during a systems test at Chernobyl in the Ukraine. The radioactive flames shot up to 1,000 feet into the sky, sending out a plume of highly toxic smoke and dust that would descend across Russia and Europe. Many brave personnel and emergency workers known as liquidators went into the extremely radioactive site to clear up the debris and to build a temporary structure around the reactor to reduce further contamination of the atmosphere. Now we take a look into 12 strange facts about Chernobyl that will make you scratch your head in amazement and horror. The first fact on this list is one that I simply cannot get my head around, despite the justification given by the Ukrainian government that they needed the power supply to continue. Chernobyl was still putting out power to businesses and residents right up to the year 2000 when the last reactor number 3, was shut down. This seems completely irresponsible, that despite having the huge potential for another accident that could blow open the damaged number 4 reactor and potentially damage the other 2, well, you can see where I'm going with this. Hiroshima and Nagasaki would pale in comparison to the explosive force and radioactive fallout from this level of incompetence. The 30-kilometre or 18-mile exclusion zone gave nature a means to thrive in a place where very little human contact would disturb her. Animals like wolves, deer and boar are now a common sight around Chernobyl. This proves just how much of an impact that humanity has on animal populations, that they can thrive even in a place like this by just not having any humans around. There are around 500 resettlers who went back to reoccupy the area after the explosion. The resettlers were allowed to pick any house they wanted to inhabit, but who in their right mind would want to live here? However, I understand that it is their home. Pripyat is an eerie ghost town, a shell of its once former glory as the shining jewel of the Soviets' nuclear cities. The evacuation began 2 days too late. By then those people had probably already absorbed massive doses of radiation. These pictures paint 1,000 words for the destruction and catastrophic changes that would be brought upon the citizens living around the site. Their lives were turned upside down in the blink of an eye, forced to leave everything behind because personnel at the power plant had made a series of mistakes in the operation of the reactor that would lead to the infamous disaster. Insane tourists who think it's cool to come and visit one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous region on Earth. I know. Apparently it's all good when you dress up properly and are with professional and experienced tour guides who actually know what they are doing. But still, I ain't going near that place. It's a no from me. A giant sarcophagus, the largest object ever moved by man, has been constructed to cover the entire number 4 reactor as a permanent solution to the aging and defunct structure that was originally built by the liquidators to contain the catastrophe. Creepy doll heads left behind by the children of Pripyat make this ghost town even creepier than it already is. but there is just an unusually large amount of them, turning this place into some kind of weird doll sanctuary, the stuff of nightmares. The most radioactive object on Earth, the elephant's foot, is still at the bottom of the reactor. It's made up of a mixture of the reactor's nuclear fuel and core sealing, and lots of sand and concrete. Seriously, don't go near it. You will die very quickly. Radiation that leaked out of the reactor turned a nearby forest a gingery colour. Then it became known as the Red Forest. Geiger counters in Chernobyl only went up to 3.6, which is a safe reading. The actual reading for the amount of radiation in the atmosphere around the site at the time was a whopping 15,000. The radiation was so strong, in fact, that it changed the colour of firefighter Vladimir Pravik's eyes from brown to blue. Now for my favourite strange fact about Chernobyl. Radiation-eating fungus grows around the walls of the reactor, using the radiation that it eats as energy. Let me explain in a little more detail. Cryptococcus neoformans is a radiotrophic fungus which appears to perform radiosynthesis, that is, to use the pigment melanin to convert gamma radiation into chemical energy for growth. It was first discovered in 1991 directly inside and around the Chernobyl reactor. Mother Nature is simply incredible and finds ways to clear up humanity's mess once again. All hail the mighty fungi! If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button, and if you're new to my channel, why not subscribe so you don't miss the next exciting episode of Strangeries. Thanks for watching.